Discovering God Through Nature and Art with Matushka Elesa.
Psalm 1 verse 3 says, "He shall be like a tree planted by streams of waters, that produces its fruit in its season, and his leaf shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper." A healthy Christian is like a healthy tree, and a healthy tree depends on its leaves to keep it growing and thriving. Let's take a closer look at tree leaves. You might notice the physical stillness and quietness of a pious person, yet on the inside they are full of prayer, battling the passions, ever vigilant of their thoughts in order to maintain a healthy soul. Leaves don't look very active to the human eye either, but on the inside there is a lot of work going on. The different parts of a tree leaf perform different tasks. First, what we might call the stem is actually the petiole. The petiole supports the structure of the leaf, but at the same time lets it swing freely in the wind without breaking. The petiole's flexibility also allows the leaf to turn different directions to capture sunlight. Our Orthodox Christian life is our support. It provides structure and strength at the center of our daily lives. At the same time, we have free will, which means we have choices. Like a leaf, we can turn toward Christ and His teachings. After the petiole, the midrib supports the center of the leaf, and out from the midrib stretch veins. A tree leaf's veins can look different depending upon the type of tree. Some spread out from the petiole. Some spread out from the midrib, and if you look closely enough, you can see the tiniest veins spreading across the leaf like a spider web. Much like the veins in our own bodies, they work as a highway delivery system. Tree roots collect water and nutrients from the ground. The veins distribute those throughout the leaf. The leaf is then healthy enough to collect sunlight and a gas called carbon dioxide. Now comes a process called photosynthesis. Photo means light, and synthesis is to put together. The leaf uses photosynthesis to turn the light and gas into energy the tree can use. The energy is in the form of sugar. During this process, the leaves also release a gas called oxygen. That's helpful. Humans need oxygen to breathe. It takes a lot of processes to run a church service, too. The candles have to be made and delivered. Oil for the lamparts must be donated and poured. Vestments and servers' robes must be sewn, repaired, and washed. Can you think of more processes that keep the church running smoothly? The flat green part of the leaf, which holds all these veins, is called the blade. A leaf's blade can be simple, one main section, even if it has several lobes. Or it can be compound, more than one blade. Depending on the type of tree, a blade can take on various shapes and sizes, and the edges of the leaves can be smooth or toothed. Now, drawing a leaf could be as simple as two curved lines with the midrib and veins. But what tree is this? Who knows? It can be very interesting to study the shape and detail of the tree leaves we see in our everyday life. Here I've collected leaves from each of the trees on our property. If you live in a place with few trees, collect leaves from other types of plants. Here is a collection of leaves from plants in my flower bed. Let's draw this leaf collection. I'm taking a look at the shape of my first leaf. I see the leaf's edges are smooth, with one large lobe at the top, two on the sides, and two small lobes near where the petiole would be. For the midrib, I could draw two lines very close together to about the center of the top lobe. Only a few veins are very visible, and they have both smooth curves and crooked lines. The next leaf is smaller. It's fun to draw the imperfections in the leaves as well. Each leaf seems to have a personality all its own. The Chinese pistache is a compound leaf. The individual blades are all very similar, but all face different directions. First, I draw the center stem and the start of each leaf. The top leaves overlap each other. Then I go down the line, adding those imperfections we talked about. I make sure to give them sharp tips. The redbud leaf looks like an upside-down heart. The veins splay out from a center location at the bottom. Do you notice the shadows under the leaves in the photo? If you'd like to add those, outline the shapes you see. Very lightly shade them in, then with your fingertip, lightly rub and create a soft texture. Thank you for joining me to learn about tree leaves. I hope you get the chance to examine and enjoy the wide variety of leaves around you.